When we think of sumo wrestling, we often picture two massive athletes locked in an intense physical combat, but sumo is much more than that. It's much more than just a sport. It's a sacred tradition deeply rooted in Shinto, Japan's indigenous religion. My name is Dimitri Zambas. I am from Piscataway, New Jersey, and I'm a senior here at Syracuse. And today I want to show you how amateur sumo, especially when performed at the Shinto shrines in Japan, not only blends athletic competition, but also combines it with spiritual ritual. This intersection of physical performance and religious meaning is exactly what we've been exploring in our Religion of Sports class. Sumo began not as entertainment, but as ceremony to entertain the kami, Shinto deities or spirits, with matches performed during harvest festivals and imperial rituals to ensure divine favor and seasonal balance. Even now, you'll see a shrine-based sumo tournaments where the setting, movement, and the intent all reflect this ancient purpose that we have discussed in class. The way sumo is staged, especially in traditional community settings, reveal that it's not just a sport, but a ritualized encounter with the sacred. Like the fly fishers described in our readings for class, who speak of their practice as meditative and spiritual, sumo wrestlers engage in meaningful embodied rituals. Every match begins with purification. The ring, or doyo, is sprinkled with salt to cleanse it of its evil spirits. Wrestlers stomp their legs in the shiko ritual to scare away negativity, and they offer bows and silent prayers before matches. These are not just gestures. They're grounded acts like fly fishing or mountaineering described in our text, help practitioners enter a sacred frame of mind. The doyo itself is viewed as sacred, much like a religious altar. Once a wrestler steps inside, he's entering a space that is both physical and spiritual. In that moment, discipline, humility, and harmony all become just as important as brute strength. Sumo, in many ways, is a ritual of presence and connection. Just as fly fishing is described as an earth-based spirituality, where rhythm, silence, and nature all facilitate spiritual awareness, sumo creates a type of bond that is focused on stillness in the body and mind. Some amateur wrestlers describe their time in the ring as spiritual and even meditative. They are not just wrestling. They are embodying tradition and honoring the gods through precise, deliberate motion. This reminds me of how our readings described the rituals like the pilgrimage or casting a line as a way to apprehend one's connection to something greater than themselves. Sumo is very much the same. It invites a transcendent experience through a grounded physical act. In conclusion, sumo wrestling at Shinto shrines is not just about who wins the fight or loses. It's about living a religious tradition and is part of their sacred and ritual, physical discipline, and part of their cultural memory. It reminds us that sport, when deeply rooted in history and intention, can become a very spiritual path. Like climbing a mountain, casting a fly, or entering a ring, these acts can become ways to encounter the sacred, to connect with others, and experience something bigger than just ourselves. This blending of athleticism and devotion is a perfect example of what we have learned in our Religion of Sports class this semester. That in many cultures, physical competition is never just about the body, it's about the spirit and what's inside. Thank you for watching, and next time, if and when you watch a sumo match, try to look beyond just the spectacle. You might just see centuries of old spiritual rituals and traditions alive in our modern world. Thank you.